Nearly half a century ago, Oracle transformed how the world managed data. More than a decade ago, we reimagined how business works in the cloud. And now, as AI reshapes how we operate, compete, and innovate, Oracle is once again leading the way. That data, it's now your AI fuel. That cloud, it now trains and runs the world's most powerful AI models. And those models, they power the Gen AI built into your business processes and the AI agents that automate it all. Oracle brings AI to every corner of your business so you can imagine beyond the boundaries of what's possible. Whether it's leveraging AI to increase productivity, make decisions faster, and save money, using AI-powered forecasting to secure and maintain a power grid for millions of customers, training AI models to make the world's most powerful particle accelerator run faster and more efficiently, or harnessing AI vector search to tackle antibiotic resistance. We help you stay ahead because Oracle was built for the era of AI, so we can build the future of AI for you.
Please welcome to the stage, Chris Leone.
Okay, I gotta find my star over here. All right, welcome everyone. Yeah, packed house, few thousand. All right, fantastic. An AI presentation at AI World, who would have thought? But this is gonna be fun. We got a lot of content to go through. We've been embedding AI into Fusion applications for the last 2 years. But 2026, as we head into the new year, is truly going to be the year that all of us operationalize AI. And in order to do that, you need an enterprise AI platform to be able to deliver scalable AI automations. And we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about what is now, because so much is happening. We've delivered so much. What is new? And if you stay to the very end, we're going to show you what's coming next, which is hard to believe we delivered so much. What we'll show you, I'm going to demonstrate some new innovations to you. We're going to show you some workflows, AI-driven workflows, automations that weren't even possible a year ago. So I'm excited to do all of that. So let's jump in. Oh, actually, let's go back a slide. Okay, let's talk about what it means to operationalize AI. And what it really means is moving from, many of us have deployed pilots and they've stalled. And we need to move from pilots that stall to AI automations that can scale for the enterprise. And what we've seen our customers do over the last few years, and we'll just go back to this year, we've had over 5,000 of our customers deploy AI services and AI agents in their enterprise, which is great, but not nearly as much automation as we should be deploying. In 2026, we expect that to go to the next level. Customers deploying AI agents, AI agent teams, AI automations that we'll talk about today that weren't even possible a year ago, and truly getting that ROI out of AI that we've all been asking for. But in order to do that, we need truly enterprise AI. We need to get to enterprise automations that truly scale for our businesses. And these are the 4 pillars of enterprise AI that we've defined that are truly needed in order for you to scale AI to meet your business's needs. And we'll walk through these pretty quickly. But first, you need connected systems. You need a common data source that's connected, that is consistent for you to drive AI workflows, AI automations from end to end for all your business systems. And we'll talk about how Fusion Applications is a great platform to do that. You need core infrastructure. One of the things that's really important with enterprise AI is the system has to be available, has to be up 24/7, has to be scalable, has to be performant. All of the things that you expect from your SaaS system, you expect the same from your enterprise AI system. You need transparency and reliability. So what do we mean by that? You need the ability to test your AI. You need to make sure it's accurate. You get the right correctness of your answers. It's secure. All of the things, it's fast, it's performant. all the things that you would expect. You need to have the ability to do that directly in an enterprise AI system. And then finally, you need the protection and governance to make sure that you have the right security in place. You have the right auditability, and you have the guardrails to make sure that your AI is trustworthy and responsible. These are the foundation pillars that we'll go through, and we're going to talk about how we're delivering on all of these so you truly can deploy AI at scale in your organizations. Let's go through the platform in which we're delivering this enterprise AI. And the advantage that we have at Oracle is we're both an applications company and we're a technology company. So Fusion plus OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, together make up a extremely robust platform for us to deliver enterprise AI. And let me walk through it quickly. We've got so much to go through. First, at the very highest level, we now support the entire spectrum of AI automations, from deterministic AI workflows all the way through probabilistic AI agents and AI agent teams, completely built in to Fusion applications. We have a consistent data source, consistent data model across front office, middle office, and back office, so you can orchestrate AI workflows at scale across an integrated set of applications. But one of our key differentiators, and one of the reasons that AI in Fusion applications has been extremely popular and robust, is we built in an agent builder platform as a core part of what we deliver. So now with AI Agent Studio as a core part of our platform, you can build, test, and deploy agents at scale. And not only can Oracle, 100% of the agents that we build in Oracle development are built in AI Studio, but our customers and our partners can use that same platform to build AI agents or extend our AI agents that we deliver consistently. We support all the interoperability standards. We'll talk more about those later, from MCP for bringing in tools to A2A as an architecture to talk to other agents. All of that is available. But really where we differentiate is our cloud infrastructure. We sit on top of Oracle Cloud Infrastructure that allows us enterprise-grade scale, allows us SLAs, allows us guardrails, puts guardrails in place for our agents to make sure that they're safe and protected. We sit on top of an AI data platform where we bring together structured and unstructured data as well as third-party data. So our unstructured data, we sit on top of Oracle 23AI, or vector store, so we can bring in and leverage unstructured data. So all of this is available. And then we support every leading large language model that's out there. And when I say everyone, every major one is supported. And some of them are hosted directly in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, which is a huge differentiator for us. So if you want your data never to leave the Oracle Cloud, you can deploy our AI agent platform where your data never leaves the Oracle Cloud, but you still have access to every premium model that's available. So that's our architecture, hugely differentiated for us. But let me go into a little bit where we've seen customers kind of start and initiate driving AI at your enterprises or at your organizations. A lot of do-it-yourself AI we've seen out there. We've seen the simple do-it-yourself where you deploy ChatGPT and just say good luck, and IT kind of says we're done, we have AI and we've rolled it out. Or you try to spin up a full AI enterprise platform where you try to deploy your own pipelines and your own vector stores, and you figure out how you're going to chunk your data and how you're going to create overlaps, and you're going to test it and have observability and have guardrails, and you try to put all this together, and you end up building your own enterprise platform and struggling to keep up with all the moving parts. So instead of doing that, you can deploy Fusion AI, and you get all of this built in to our enterprise-grade platform. You get a completely integrated agent platform. You get native security, so you never have to worry about hitting part of the system that you don't have access to. completely unified contextual data model. You have OCI for enterprise-grade scale and all the things that you want from a guardrails perspective. Every premium LLM is available. I'm going to show you the full observability and evaluation capabilities that we have. And on top of all that, you get more agents, you get more agent patterns, you get more premium models every 3 months. And you can start all of this at no cost. You can deploy in a matter of hours or a matter of minutes in some cases. So huge value, huge differentiation. And let's talk about a little bit on the continuous innovation. Obviously, you've seen it. We've been going extremely fast. 18 months ago, we started deploying generative AI services across Fusion applications. We have hundreds of those now. We started deploying AI agents. We have hundreds of those now. Then we came out with AI Agent Studio, a developer platform, an IDE for AI, so to speak, but low code, no code, super easy to deploy agents. We build on that platform. You can build on that platform and extend the agents that we deliver. And we'll talk about this later, just kind of a precursor. We're going to talk about not only our seeded agents, but a marketplace that we're just announcing at this conference. So huge, huge momentum. We can continue to drive innovation across this platform. But what I'm extremely proud about, and this is a big advantage for us and for you to deliver seeded generative AI services and AI agents. We have over 400 of them now. And when I say seeded, these are ready to deploy agents where we've predefined and optimized the prompt, we've predefined and optimized all of the integration, the business objects that we're going to talk to in Fusion applications. We've tested it for performance, for scale, for latency, for accuracy. All of this is done, and you just have to go in and turn it on and test it and deploy it in production. So we have hundreds of these that are available. You can take them off the shelf and start using them immediately. High value across every one of our product lines. We have seeded agents that you can use and deploy. And if you want to reconfigure them a little bit, you want to change the system prompt, all of those things that you can do, but they come pre-delivered for you to pick them up and just use them out of the box. But now I'm going to talk about some of the new things that we're delivering. And it's hard to believe, it really is hard to believe, that we just launched AI Agent Studio in March, I think March of this year, and we're already delivering more agent patterns. It's pretty amazing. But these are the full spectrum of AI automations that we now offer in Fusion applications. And why this is important is now you can build any type of AI-delivered automation. I'll walk you through them, from completely deterministic, step-by-step, logic-based AI workflows, which is our newest addition, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in a demonstration, so that'll be super fun, all the way through to AI agents and AI agent teams, where you orchestrate teams of agents around a common goal, and you can manage the entire spectrum of automation. And you don't have to choose which pattern is best for you. You can select it based on the business process that you're trying to automate. And that's truly why it's so differentiated, and it's delivered directly in the application. So you don't have to worry, is it bolted on or added after the fact? This is how you can create AI automations directly in Fusion applications, and we have them across the board. I'm going to walk you through a few of the workflow agent examples in just a second, but you can create simple AI workflows where you're just summarizing a resume before you send it to a manager or a recruiter. You can have workflow agents that actually have reasoning or have agents as part of the workflow. So you can have different nodes that are much more deterministic, step by step. Then you can have an agent as part of that workflow. I'm going to show you some of the workflows for document processing in just a second. Then you can have AI agents that we've been delivering for a while, and then you can have agent teams where the team is working together to achieve a common goal. So this entire spectrum is what we now have available. I am going to talk about one of the use cases for workflow agents. And they really do operate like a human is driving this step-by-step process. So in enterprises, as much as we don't want to admit it, we still run on paper or we still run on documents, right? Whether they're invoices or quotes or purchase orders or court documents or court orders or FDA recall notices. There's hundreds of different documents that we receive in our organizations that we have to manually read, understand, validate, and input into our system in order to generate a transaction on the other end. And these are manual processes that we do thousands and thousands of times over and over again. But now, with workflow agents, we can automate this document processing, and we can grab a document, we can parse that document, we can semantically understand, and I'll explain that in just a second, using the power of the LLM. We can put it into the right structured format, and ultimately, we can create a transaction natively in our system after we've gone through that entire step-by-step process. And it's because of the large language model's ability to semantically understand what that document represents and being able to parse out not just the text, but images and tables and do a really proficient job at it, better than OCR in our internal tests, much better in a lot of cases, and generate that transaction on the other side. So now, what you can do is, these are some of the seeded agents that we're delivering out of the box. I'm going to show you one in a demonstration in just a second. But because AI Agent Studio is a completely open platform, you can take any document that you have internally, from supplier invoices to customer contracts, and build an automation for that processing of that document. So every document now can become an agent, and you can truly automate step-by-step your workflows. And this goes beyond just parsing the document. You can do, and I'm going to show you this, parsing a quote all the way to a purchase requisition. But the difference with these workflow agents is they can act as if they're a human. So not only can I parse it and put it in structured format, I can also understand, is the currency correct? Is the unit of measure correct? And I can put checks real time into our system, just like a human would. I can say, is the payment terms correct? I can check all of those things step by step, making sure that they're completely correct, just like a human would when they're reading that document. And I only have to use human in the loop at the very end. Let's go to the demonstration, and I'm going to show you what this looks like in self-service procurement. So I've jumped into the application, makes it easier there for me. We're going to use the Ask Oracle. So we've put Ask Oracle into the page. I'm going to bring in the quote, actually. I've attached actually, let me grab that quote. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Quote that's come in, just a document. I don't have to do this manually. I'm going to run this process right now. It's going to run this workflow agent in the background. I'm going to show you the workflow agent in just a second. I'm doing it via a document on my desktop. This could be coming in through an email that gets dropped into our content management server, and you just pick it up, all automated. I don't have to do it. I'm just showing you, because that would be super boring. So I'm just showing you. I'm going to validate this. I already looked at the document and saw it was the right amount. It's already run the workflow agent on the back end. And then what it's going to do is it's going to put a human in the loop step in this process for me to go ahead and check that requisition. So it will bring me to a page where I can compare the requisition that was completed to the quotation if I want to hit that step, or I can go directly into edit this document if I wanted to do that, and edit this document and then submit it as a transaction. So all of this is available in the flow of work if you want it there, or it can be automated on the back end of the system. All right, let's go back to the presentation. I'm going to show you some more demos later, jumping into the next section. So the next area that we're announcing here is a whole Fusion AI ecosystem. And Fusion AI ecosystem is truly a multiplier for innovation that we're able to deliver now. And at the heart of this innovation, at the heart of this ecosystem is AI Agent Studio, right? The platform to design, build, test, and deploy agents at scale. So all of that is part of the platform that we deliver. But then we have components like all of the leading LLMs that are available. So you can select the right LLM that you need for the right purpose. We'll talk about that in just a second. All of the open standards that we support. So interoperability, MCP, we'll talk about our support of that, so you can bring in all the different tools that you want and make it easy to do that. A2A, being able to talk to other agents. We'll talk about that a little bit, but all of the open standards. Certified experts. We have 32,000 certified experts on AI Agent Studio now. If you look at the person next to you, they're probably certified on AI Agent Studio. Your next door neighbor is, at this point, is probably certified on AI Agent Studio. It has just been incredible how many people are excited about what we've delivered. But the value there in an ecosystem is you have trained people that understand how to deploy the agents and build agents from scratch, which is the most important point. And then we're introducing at this conference an agent marketplace, which is our partners, both system integrators and ISV partners, that are building enterprise-grade AI agents on AI Studio, and we're delivering them as part of our Fusion application. So huge value there. We're going to talk more about that in just a second, but value being delivered as part of the ecosystem. It's funny. All of the roadmaps that we talk about are historic because we're delivering so much functionality so quickly. It's really hard to talk about what's coming next. So this is all stuff that's been delivered. So when you go back to your office and you get upgraded to 25D, which some of you are already there, you're going to have all of this available, which is great. I'll cover just a few things, but one of the reasons why we're able to go so quickly and deliver so much, it truly is that Oracle advantage of Fusion plus OCI, where we can build features. Those features might be delivered at the infrastructure level, like we might need re-ranking algorithm updated for our vector store to make sure that the sources come back better, right? We get you better information. Or we might need new agent patterns delivered in the application. We can build all of that and deliver it as one single release. So we can coordinate those delivery patterns to accelerate what we're able to get to customers. So huge value there, making it very, very easy for us to go fast. Let me just hit a couple of the highlights. Full MCP A2A support, MS Teams and Slack support. So you'll be able to grab and use our agents directly in Slack and Teams, have access to them. We have, I'm going to demonstrate this later, a full observability and evaluation capability, the ability to test our agents directly in the system. I'll hit the workflow agents. These are just some of the nodes that are available. So huge value with workflow agents. The one thing that I just want to make sure, one of the huge value propositions, and really why our system integrators and our customers love what we've delivered, is if you look buried under AI agents, all of the ways that we can access information in our system. These are all of the REST calls that we can make to grab data, to push data and update transactions. The entire surface area of Fusion applications is completely available to all of the AI agents that we have and the entire AI platform. So you can build virtually any AI automation and update, read, or write directly into Fusion applications. So huge value there. So we also support, as I said, all of the major large language models, but I'll break down what we deliver. So first, we deliver a premium LLM that we optimize our prompts for, which is now 5 mini. So OpenAI model, which is 5 mini that we deliver, and when you show up and you start using one of our seeded agents, that's the large language model that we're using. As a backup, in the same family, we use GPT-OSS. That's a model that will be running in the OCI cloud. So as an alternative, if you want to run everything in OCI, you can do that. Very similar model. These are some of the other models that we support, all super powerful models. So if you need, model flexibility is key, right? Models do different things better than other models, right? So if you need a heavy reasoning model for forecasting and financials, you can select the reasoning model. If you need a multimodal model for semantic document understanding to be able to, like I said, when I was showing you those workflows, to be able to grab text, read images, look at tables, and extract that information, you need a multimodal model. OpenAI 5 mini happens to be a multimodal model, so you get that, but that's the model you would use. And then if you want to have a model that delivers great visuals, maybe you need audio, maybe you need a visual for a marketing campaign, you can use a Gemini model. You can use a different model for that particular agent. So you have that flexibility to construct your AI automations based on the need that you have and the problem that you're trying to solve. So all of this is available. This flexibility is available and really critical for success of driving AI automations. Okay. In the neighborhood or in the area of protection and governance and responsible AI, you cannot miss having these security and guardrail and auditability built in and not bolted on as an afterthought. And that's exactly what we deliver in our AI platform that we deliver in Fusion Applications is a fully trustworthy solution. And I'll walk you through some of the things that we deliver. So we have baked in and built-in guardrails. So we manage content moderation, right? So making sure that we keep out all toxic content. We look for jailbreak, and we have jailbreak prevention. Looking for things that are malicious. We have privacy and PII protection. We protect against prompt injection, right? For malicious prompts. We have security. So we have full role-based access control. So we have data level security. We have functional level security. So nothing you do in the agent is going to bypass that security. We also have agent level security. So at the agent level, if it's designed for a sales rep, or it's designed for a sales manager, or it's designed for an HR business partner, that agent only shows up for that person. So we have layered security that we provide as well. And then we have auditability. If you truly want to deliver an enterprise AI solution, you can't have anybody going in and changing your system prompt that is driving an automated business process for you without the ability to know who did it, when they did it, and what specifically they changed. So that auditability has to be built into the system. So responsible AI starts by building in the trust and governance and security into the system, not hoping that it happens after the fact or trying to cobble it together. The next area in enterprise AI is the ability to observe and evaluate your AI agents. And so when we talk about transparency and reliability for enterprise AI, we're talking about the ability to observe and evaluate your agents. So what do I mean by that? The ability to measure accuracy, latency, security, safety, all the things you need to be able to do that. You need to be able to evaluate your agents. So when you're testing an agent responses or outputs aren't true or false, yes or no. They need to be semantically correct. So you're looking for, is the answer complete? Is it relevant, right? You're looking for those types of answers. And the only way you can do that and evaluate, is it correct or not, is using an industry standard, which is LLM as a judge, to measure the semantic correctness of the answer, right? Because the answer can change. LLMs are adaptive, they're dynamic, their answers can change. So you need to use technology and best practice in order to measure the accuracy of these things. So these are the observation and evaluation capabilities that we've built in. The last one that I'll just talk about is tracing. So if you've ever tried to deploy an agent and you want to look at step by step what it's doing, right? You want to understand how it's reasoning, you understand what tools it's calling, when it calls the LLM, how long it's taking to do that, what guardrails it's calling, are there any errors? If you've ever tried to troubleshoot deploying an agent and not understanding and going to the trace, it's just not doable. All of this needs to be built into a framework. Let me show you quickly what this looks like in AI Agent Studio. This is, so we're going to go to the demo here. This is AI Agent Studio. These are, I'll walk you through quickly through a couple of things here. This is AI Agent Studio. I'm going to show you observability and evaluation right here. So this is where you can come in and evaluate what is happening with your agent. So I'm going to jump in and I'm going to start an evaluation. So I'm going to jump in a compensation agent. I'm going to run an evaluation, which is a little scary to do that on stage. So I'm going to run a simple evaluation here. But what it's going to do is there's a set of questions out there and a set of expected answers that I'm looking for. It's going to run that against the model that I have. And it's going to tell me a bunch of answers, like what is the semantic correctness score, what is the latency. It's going to walk through all of that. So here, that run is completed. I can compare my last two runs. This is the only way enterprise AI can work, by trying to optimize what you're putting in natural language to what the results you're expecting to achieve will happen. So this is my score, but this is where the magic really happens. Here is where I can upload all of my questions. I can have all of my responses that I'm expecting. And I can get the answers from run 1 to run 2 to see how they're different. But what I'm looking for here is things like semantic correctness. The words might be different, but they have the similar meaning. And so I'm scoring that similar meaning based on LLM as a judge. So this is all capabilities that are built in to AI Studio. This is what you get. When you deploy, I mean, no offense, you deploy ChatGPT, your IT departments, none of this stuff is really AI automation or enterprise-grade AI. You need to be able to have these systems that are built in to your platform in order to deliver the expected results. And I'll show you very quickly, if I wanted to run a trace, and I wanted to see how this trace was working, this is step by step through the agent call, and I know how everything is working. And ultimately, I can see what errors that I've hit, and I can correct that. So without this ability to do all of this, you're not going to be able to deploy AI at scale. All right, let's go back to the presentation. OK, talking about the ecosystem, and one of the key aspects of the Fusion Applications ecosystem is the marketplace. So this marketplace is brand new. We have over 20 different partners and system integrators and ISV partners that you can see here listed on the slide that have all participated in building out AI agents with their deep knowledge of specific verticals or specific domains. So they've all added to AI Agent Studio. But what's unique about this, number one, not only the system integrators building AI agents, we're seeding them directly in Fusion applications. So they are no different than the seeded agents that we seed in the application. They're exactly the same. And we put them through a 21-point inspection process, just the same exact inspection process that we put all of our internal agents through before you can seed an agent into AI Agent Studio. And because we do that, we can know that these agents are safe and they're secure and they're accurate because we test them with the questions that get submitted, and their token usage is appropriate, all of the things that you would expect. we test for, and once we seed it in, these agents are supported by our support organization just the same way that the agents that we ship out of the box are supported. So you get the exact same experience, but you get all the system integrator experience and domain expertise. Now, what I would recommend is you look at the agents. I'm going to show you how easy it is and what the marketplace looks like in just a second. But when you get your system, you will have the system integrator name and logo, and if you love their agent, you can talk to them and you can bring them in and partner with them to be able to deploy these, or you can just use these just like the seeded agents that we deliver. So huge value. Let's jump over to the demonstration. This will be a quick one. This is AI Agent Studio, and these are all, just so you get a flavor, these are all the seeded agents that we seed. There's hundreds of them, okay? In the same area, and I can go into any one of these, and I can initialize or initiate one of these, and it just takes me right to the agent, right? So I have access to all of these, and this happens to be an agent team. Or I can go to the marketplace, and it's the exact same experience. So I go to the marketplace, and everything is available here, and I can go to Learn More, and I can understand what this agent does, what the background is, what it's supposed to do, exactly the same way I would with a seeded agent from Oracle. So this experience, it gives significant value to you as a customer to go in and see these agents and find the one that's going to work best for you. And where it's different from every other marketplace that exists out there is you don't have to go to a different website, figure out how to grab that agent, how to download it, and how to input it into the system. This comes completely in the system and is completely supported by Oracle. So all of that, let's go back to the presentation, all of that is available to you. So when you go back, and this is not like, what's interesting about how quickly we're going, you know, when we make announcements, they're not like in the future. So when you go back to your 25D environment that you have available right now, all of this is going to be there. So you turn it on, you can go to the marketplace, you can see the seeded agents that are there, and you can start to use them. And one of the huge value propositions from Oracle and what we're doing with Fusion AI is you can start at no cost. You can start to test these agents, you can start to see how they're working, and all of that you can do in a matter of minutes. So huge value there. Now let's talk about a little bit about the momentum that we have around Fusion AI. So just to give you a little bit around the numbers. So I talked about your neighbor being certified on AI Agent Studio. So all your neighbors are certified. 32,000 of them are certified experts on AI Agent Studio. So huge value, finding people that you can bring in that are experts, significant value for you. We have over 5,000 AI agents and AI services deployed in production today. To be honest, that's not nearly enough, 5,000 customers that have deployed AI, because it's so readily available. You can turn it on in a matter of minutes. We have over 11,000 deployments, meaning features and agents that have been deployed. So customers are deploying 1 to 2 to 3 agents each, so about 11,000 services deployed. But this number in 2026 needs to triple. I mean, the value is there. The full ability to automate end-to-end processes with AI are there. To get started is literally minutes and no cost with Fusion. It's included as part of Fusion. So huge value there. And then these are just some of the customers. And I hope that you look on the schedule and see some of the customers presenting and understand and listen to some of their experiences because they've deployed a number of these agents already. Okay. We've had a hackathon. We've had a lot of hackathons. You know, we had an internal hackathon at Oracle, and I think internally we built like 750 or 800 agents. This was a hackathon that just happened yesterday. So we brought together 150 of you. So how many here participated in the hackathon? Raise your hand. Yeah. 1,000 of you. So big number participated. Big number participated in the hackathon. We had over 150 participants. They built hundreds of agents representing 66 companies. This is great. You now are all ambassadors of AI for your organizations. You can bring back all the experiences that you have, and you've learned a ton. I mean, building agents, you don't have to be an extremely technical, deep person. It's natural language. You can take an agent that we have, reconfigure it, and deploy it, and get results. I mean, all of this can be learned. And so I ask all of you to go back and try it yourselves. I mean, I've built a lot of agents on my own. It was a great grounding exercise. So congratulations to all the participants. Huge. I have 3 more slides, but if you stay to the very end, I'll tell you what's coming next. So just a couple more slides, and we'll talk about as if this isn't enough. Okay, 2026 is truly the year to operationalize AI. All of you have a task when you leave to go in your stage environment, deploy an AI agent that we ship out of the box and try it. Turn it on and try it. So this is the year. The difference that we have with Fusion AI is it is built in and not bolted on. Everything I'm talking about is available in Fusion applications in your environment right now. You can go and you can touch it and you can see it and you can feel the environment that I was at, you all have access to. So go in and test it out. Hopefully you walk away with an understanding of what enterprise AI is about. I gave you the 4 pillars of enterprise AI. This is the only way you're going to move from these pilots that stall to AI automations that truly scale, is by deploying an enterprise-grade AI solution and AI platform. And Fusion plus OCI is truly the platform that you can count on. And whether you're a commercial customer or you're a government customer, or you're a cloud customer, we can deploy agents in all of your environments. So that's differentiated from any other vendor out there being able to do that. And then hopefully what you've seen is just continuous innovation. Every single 3 months, you get more agents, you get more agent patterns, you get the latest models available to you, and you get a ton of new features. So huge value from being on our platform. And again, you can start at literally no cost and get started. Okay, this slide, and then I'm going to tell you what's next. This is your ability to download a few white papers. So hit the first 2. There's a couple nice white papers there. You will get these slides after. So you can download these slides. They're not going to be hidden, but first 2 are white papers, and the second 2 are training that you can do, because 32,000 is not enough certified people. We need the entire block certified, so we're going to go for that. But hit these, and then what's coming next? So I'm going to end with this. So what we've built over the last, seems like years, but over the last 6 months, is the foundation for what comes next. The foundation to truly build completely agentic application experiences, where every single thing that you do in the UI, in the user experience, is backed by agents. And we will be delivering the ability to build agentic experiences natively in AI Agent Studio. Get started now, learn the foundation, and this is what is going to be in store for you. So with that, I will thank all of you for coming. Hopefully you have a great rest of the conference. Thank you very much.